Alright, life path numbers. Life path numbers. Okay? Now, it's only 9 numbers in existence. You can just add things to to the 1, to the 2, to the 3, but it all when you add those things together, they all come out to either 1 through 9. Okay? So what I mean by that is even if you say 124, that's still 1 plus 2, which is 3, and then 3 plus 4, 124, is 7. So that's still under 9. So it don't matter what number you get, it's going to be 1 through 9. Okay? Especially if you add, because that's the point of this. Jumanji. So we add in some type of we're adding something else to something that's already there. So that's like somebody being in thought and then someone else coming trying to see what they're trying to show, what they got to give, what they're actually valuing. They're trying to compromise. So that would be one, and then somebody adding to that. That will make a whole circumstance where somebody is just pretty much talking or y'all are trying to connect. Anyways, so that's just the way you can look at it, but I'm gonna break it down like numbers, okay? So Jumanji, and y'all are wondering why I'm over here just kind of stretched. A little, not stretched, but like I'm kind of this my stretch meditating position. I'm meditating while teaching right now, okay? So you need to know your numerology life path number. And fuck numerology, just not life path number. And your life path is all of your numbers, like how I just added shit together. But when you add all your month number, your day number, and then your year number. You add all those together as far as the like 1999 is 1 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9, which is just 1, and then whatever the number. So if you were born on the 26th, then that's 8, then whatever month is going to be the next number. You add all that together. So that's how you find that out. Or just look it up on the internet. And so this right here will let you know what kind of, because everything is like a line of events, frequency, idea, then the vibration comes after the frequency, and then after that it's pretty much here and you live it out and you see it in time. So when you got life path numbers, this is like men lie, women lie, but numbers don't lie. So um now sometimes numbers lie, but as far as the life path number, you chose that on a certain day, so it means something to you. So you chose that line of frequency to kind of like for yourself to ride on that type of wave of thought type thing. So like frequencies, we got phone line frequencies. You can pick a one to call. That's like how you do it, but it's on a broader, lighter spectrum. So it's kind of like you can't see it, but it's there. So it's in thought. So look, I wanted to really make this about it is about that because I did. So yeah, so this you need to know your life path number and then other people's. That's why I explained earlier, because you need to add it to yourself to see what you need to add it to yourself to see what ideas y'all are gonna kind of train out. Train a thought. So y'all train ideas. So let's see if you let's say you're a life path 3 and you're dealing with somebody that's a life path 8. In this case, in this case, it's gonna straight up be the type of ideas where one person is trying to find ideas as far as the environment that's set, as far as a light level of certain things that might be said, certain things that might be said, things that might be within what is said, and certain people that are in that. So that's like it's like a whole circle of your people or anything, right? That's 3 plus the 8 is gonna be infinite time. So this is gonna be spending a lot of time into something, which is mostly an idea, but sometimes life path 8 numbers get confused if it's even an idea or not, because they bring it so much up and down. Like the 8 is two holes, two circles, so they bring the top circle, so their mind, how they think, and they probably confuse it with those lines since it's not a point, and they confuse it with the bottom, which is represented like your own actual uh, intuition, your senses, your internal nature. So you keep going back and forth. So so when you add that together, 8, a person spend a lot of time plus somebody that can just kind of talk about whatever, and that person's gonna turn into a know-it-all kind of idealistic spirit because they're gonna try to just think they can put everything, they can set everything out there where they know what's going on full circle. They know what's going on as a whole type thing, as a whole, like, you know. So this is going to add to 11, okay? 8, 9, 10, 11, okay? Now, I told y'all it's only 9 numbers. 1, 2, 3 is whole, 4, 5, 6 whole, 7, 8, 9 whole. So that's actually 3 different sections, right? So look, 1, 2, 3 is really the only wholes like that you can bring. So if there's gonna be any compound number, it's gonna have to be 1, 2, or 3. So that's why there's known as life path numbers 1, 2s, and 3. Or I mean 11s. That's 1, 1. 22s, 2, 2, and then 33s. You can get all those life path numbers if you go beyond the 9. So I don't sound like, you know, I'm contradicting. So it's 11. You can also add 1 and 1 and just make it 2, but it's most likely gonna carry out as an 11, and 11 is different from 2 because 11 is dealing with more of the unknown as far as thought, as far as what people might go out and try to do for themselves, and thus attracting people that are like-minded and try to kind of go around that. So that might just go into you thinking a lot, so you go too far out into what could potentially you think could happen, or you kind of just uniquely start doing things with it. So that's what separates the 11 and 2. But this is going to be 11 because 8 and 3 is 11. So that's 2 ones sitting by each other. So that's 2 eyes. 1 is the first number. You know what I'm saying? 0, but 0 is like nothing. It's just a certain space, location. It's just the essence. 0 is just the essence, and something has to come out of the hole. Something has to come out of the dark, which is 1. So 1 is just what comes first when you first done understood something. You're like, oh, I'm gonna go for that. So you're one direct-minded. You're direct-minded. Then you add another 1. That's gonna make somebody that's basically sitting beside you, but they're still their own 1. So what comes out of that? What comes out of 2 people actually willing to sit by each other, and they have their own idea or passion, motivation about something, aka the thing after 1, the I. That's gonna cause people to be themselves while being able to talk about things that they're kind of both into. So that's association. Boom. So 8 and 3, life path numbers, y'all are going to train of thought of association. So that might be, sometimes y'all go far out in what can potentially happen. Sometimes y'all might lie to each other in a certain sense because y'all are guilty by association with some other shit that y'all maybe found out or y'all talked about. AKA, if you separate it, the 8 might take some shit too far because they went too deep, spent too much time and vulnerability, all that stuff. So it's like really, you know what I'm saying? Then the 3 might have just talk too much. So the 8 don't talk, but they say the wrong thing at the wrong time. The 8 do just talk too much where something might slip. So they might guilty by association type thing. 11 energy. Aquarius, if you want to look at it like that, astrology. So, yeah. So always know what kind of people you dealing with, because numerology, life path numbers are very important, okay? Because that's y'all's essence. Like, you really can't get around it. So you at least know that. You can always change anything, but just know what they is and see if you agree, or see if that outcome you would like it. If you want to associate, if you want to be a person that be about that number y'all create together as a whole, like what y'all put together, you know? Yeah.